Hey Gold Digger, Kimberly Olson here, back for another episode of #GetLit, where we crush your business in less than 10 minutes. Now, if you want to learn how to monetize a small audience without Facebook ads, how you can do it organically, then this training is for you. We're going to talk about exactly what I did to get to 6 figures without spending $1 on ads, and we're going to talk about how to do that with virtually no audience in this episode. So if that sounds good to you, stay tuned. All right, Gold Diggers. Now, a lot of people will ask me, how much money do you spend on Facebook ads? How are you able to grow your business so quickly in such a short period of time? Like, how did you do it? The really interesting thing is I had passed almost $500,000 in revenue before we even spent $1 on ads. So if people think that you have to have ads to build a business, it's absolutely not true. In fact, one key thing you're gonna wanna always keep going in your business is organic audience building. You never wanna lose that skill set. You've gotta keep that tool sharp because you never know what can happen. I've had multiple friends have their Facebook ads accounts shut down. Now there are other platforms, but if you're not building over there, it's gonna take you a minute, right? So having that organic ability to build your audience and monetize it is critical. And most people are starting out on a budget. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you exactly what I personally did to monetize my very small audience and be able to get in the green and be profitable without spending any money on ads, okay? Number one is the first thing I did is every single person who got into my world, whether it was commented, and I started on Facebook first, whether they commented on a Facebook post or watched a Facebook Live and reacted or commented or got into my Facebook group, I friended all of them. And I was hyper diligent about it because I didn't have an audience yet, right? Like I would go live and I would get maybe one person live and it was like my cousin. So I didn't have any people, you guys. I had 250 friends on Facebook, no one on Instagram. So if you're sitting here going, I don't have any people, I didn't either, okay? You got to start somewhere, right? So I friended all of them. So every single person who is interacting with your content, viewing your story, requesting access into your Facebook group. Yes, you need a Facebook group and I have lots of trainings on that, okay? You need to friend all of them and get to know them. So depending on the volume of how many people we're talking here, what I would do is I would either put them all on a friends list, which there is a way to do that. I have a video on it. So I will make a little note here. I have a video on how to build a friends list on Facebook. Ding, ding, right there, okay? And I will get that to you. So you can build a friends list on Facebook where you choose whose newsfeed you see. So all these new friends that you're getting, you could put them all on the friends list, the new friend list, and really love on their content. So you click that and it's gonna show you just their post. Awesome, it's brilliant, right? You can also choose the see first on Facebook. Now at the time of this recording, they were just rolling it out where we were gonna have kind of 3 different feeds going on for our main feed for newsfeed, newsfeed. Then we were gonna have our see first friends list a feed. So you could go to that too, but it maxes you out. I think you only get like 25 to 30 people, but you can put them on your see first list and you'll see their content first, okay? Get to know them though, like their content, comment, look at their stories, get to know them. Number 2 is send them a DM, send them a direct message. So every new friend request, every new person that comes into your world and starts digesting your content, really my big place where I monetize was inside of a Facebook group. So every single person who got into my Facebook group, I sent them a message, which people don't do that. We actually still do this to this day. And I would friend request them and I would send them a message and say, hey, I'm so excited to have you in my group. Tell me when it comes to, so my first group was about setting goals and getting healthy. When it comes to your health goals, what's the biggest challenge you have for achieving it? And they would tell me I don't know what workouts to do, or I don't know how to food prep. And I would say, oh, I'm going to do a live on that. Or, oh, I've got this tool. Okay. So I want you to send them all a direct message. What happens is you stand out from others. They feel seen, they feel valued, and they really start to get to know you and like you because you took the time to message them. Again, no one's doing this, okay? The third thing is you want to provide great content every single day. So for me, it was Facebook groups, but I also focused on great content on my personal profile. So don't worry about business pages because that's ads and we're not going to pay to play right now. We're just going to do this organically. So it's your personal profile. This is where you're going to get the most organic traction. You have the most visibility, because everybody, and if you have a public account and their friends, can see your content. So if your account's on public, everyone can see your stuff. So you're going to get more eyeballs on your stuff, and you want to be really consistent. You want to have great content, show up every single day. You're going to feel like, what's the point? It's not working. Kimberly, no one's looking at my stuff. You have to trust me and you have to trust the process. If you have a Facebook group up and running, which I want you to have, you want to do the same thing in your Facebook group. Post content every single day. Really pay attention to what the people are asking for. Ask them, do polls, put group questions in there when they enter the group, what questions that you have in there, put what do you need the most help with when it comes to A, B, and C. Ask questions, get to know them, and figure that out, okay? So provide great content every day, be so consistent. The next thing you want to do is you want to grow your engagement. So the best way to grow your engagement is to be consistent, but to go live. Go live every single week. Go live on your wall, on your personal profile, and go live inside of your Facebook group. If you do that and you go live quite frequently, what's going to happen is that you are going to start to create engagement, increase engagement, because you're going to be favored in the algorithm. More people are likely to see your content, see your posts. Facebook will push your content to the top of the newsfeed. Also prompt engagement. So tell them, hey, drop a comment below about this. Where are you tuning in from? When it comes to A, B, and C, what do you think, right? Create the engagement. My last tip is to adjust as you go along and get feedback. Pay attention to what's working. If you talk about, like for me, if I ever talk about mindset, I don't get quite as much traction. So I still work it in, but my main stuff I'm going to teach is, Instagram stories and Facebook lives and growing an audience and engagement, Facebook groups, making money. Like I know if I talk about that, I'm going to get traction on it. Pay attention. What are the topics that people tend to respond to? What are the topics where you're getting the most reactions, engagement, messages? Ask people, send them messages. Hey, I've seen that you've been checking out my content. Thank you so much. Tell me a bit about you and X, Y, and Z. How's it going? How can I help? What kind of content would you like to see? What have you been liking the most? And then you're going to actually get relevant real-time content from your audience, the exact people that you're trying to help and support. Okay. So adjust, be a student and kind of scope it out and see what's working and what isn't, and give the people what they want. You might think, oh, well, they really need this, but you need to focus on what they're asking for. It doesn't matter what they need, it's what they want. And when they feel like you're giving them what you want, then they're going to tell you what they really need. Okay. So don't put the cart before the horse. Okay. So if this is helpful, what I want you to do is take a screenshot, put it in your stories and Instagram, and tag me at the Goal Digger Girl, GOAL. I will give you a special Goal Digger shout out for watching this. And also, if you check in the comments, I'm going to drop Goal Digger University in there. It's open right now, so just jump in. The landing page will tell you all about it. We are going to be focusing on so much amazing content. You also access the last 3 years of content that I have. So it's kind of like my version of Netflix with everything that I've done. All my trainings are in there, and I'd love to invite you to come in and check it out, okay? Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.